Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to TNT episode 39. We have ourselves a little Sunday night podcast. It's a Sunday night podcast featuring an interview that we're going to surprise you with in just a second. But we thank you for tuning in with us and stay tuned. We're going to get right to the interview actually right now. All right. Thank you, Taylor Hicks. So we are going to get into our first segment here. And also, thank you, Frank the Tank. We had plenty of technical difficulties. We should have recorded the 20 minutes of us talking to him on the phone, him freaking the fuck out about not being able to figure out the internet browsers. But it was class. I think we got a little tail end of it in the beginning of the interview.
I think you got a little snippet in there. And also, I just want to say that you made me wear a suit again.
I made Tones wear a suit again. I can't believe you didn't. Of course, I'm not going to wear a suit. That's the whole gag in my. That's how I was seeing it. You dress up.
I thought we were a team. This was teamwork. I thought like we're in this together, and you leave me in a fucking suit like an idiot. And we weren't even video chatting with him. We were on the phone with him. So
you're just sitting there, and he couldn't see you, and it was almost a disaster. But I think we could hear him pretty well. You're the judge of that. You're the one who was listening on the other side. It was all right.
It sounded fine to me.
Okay,
for the most part. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it comes out good. I mean, if you're listening this far, you already know whether it came out good or not. So no point in us hoping anymore. It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. So our first segment, we have a Do You Remember? All right. So this is a classic. You definitely don't remember this. I don't think I ever told you this story.
I think you have, but
have I? All right.
I think so, but we'll bring it to the attention of the bomb squad.
Okay. So before I came out of the closet, right, I frequented the strip clubs a lot. Right, just trying to make the dick work, just like trying to like, can you please like this for the love of God? I mean, how else am I supposed? Like, this is like free practice. Well, it's not free at all. It's not close to free practice. It's just like
the opposite.
It's the opposite. It's paid for testing, But anyway, so we played golf, me and my buddies, and we went to go hit the strip club after. Get a good round. So we head there. It's a place called Centerfold, BYOB. I guess maybe a little Tom's Qualms hybrid here. I used to go to the strip club by myself a little bit.
Yeah,
it was around the corner, not around the corner, but close. That was like less than a mile away.
Right,
it was BYOB. So I bring a 6-pack of 16-ounce Budweisers and sit there and just I don't know, try to fit
it. Don't you wish you had all that money back now?
Yes. I would have spent it on something else. It's not like I would have saved it. But anyway, so we go to the strip club. So it turned out, we're sitting there. It's me and my two buddies. And there's we're sitting on these like sofa chairs, right front seats in front of the dance floor. It's a tiny little club. So like 10 minutes in, I'm sitting there. My buddy comes back. I'm like, right when we walked in, he had to go take a piss. And he comes back from the bathroom. And he's just like, dude, I'm pretty sure your dad's here. I'm like, he's like, I'm pretty sure I just ran into your dad. I'm like, okay, that's odd. And then, a few minutes pass by, I look across the dance floor. There he is sitting in with his buddies after a round of golf. So I'm like, no way. And my dad is the last guy you'd suspect to be at a strip club. But he's a guy, he has fun. He's got fun friends. I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with a strip club. There's nothing like, you know what I mean? It's just like women become objects when you're in a strip club. And they know that. They're the first to tell you. Right.
Yeah, I mean, some people might say that's the thing that's wrong with strip clubs, but I mean, if they're in on it and you're in on it, go to town. Go to town.
That's the thing. Like, they're fucking. I don't know. They're there to be paid like objects. They don't give a shit. They want to be.
Most of the time, they get paid very handsomely if they work in a good club.
If you're drunk enough and you're horny enough, I mean, like when you start to think with your dick. I mean, this was never me. I mean, I always do the $20 lap dances just to like say that I got them, and the poor dancer would just be like, "Is it me? Like, am I not? What do you want me to do to you?" I'm just like, "Listen, like, I'd always come up with excuses like, yeah, now I'm on like medication, like, something, like not gonna work. Like, they'd always bought it, but I'm just like, fuck. Hey, aren't I? I know it.
There's a running theme here. There's always people asking you, is it my fault? Did I do something wrong?
Because I guess I come off so like nonchalant with it. I don't know. Like, I mean, I ran home after the strip club and would just like run to gay porn and then finish myself off, like I still was like in denial. But anyway, so let's reel it back. So I see my dad. So I call a stripper over and I gave her $20. I was like, you see that guy over there across the dance floor? She was like, yeah. I was like, all right, I want you to take this $20. I want you to go give him a lap dance. She was just like, what is this? Like, what's going on? I was just like, that's my dad. And it'll be hilarious. And she giggled and she's like, okay. So she walks around and like the place is cranking like electric music, right? Yeah. So like you can't like talk to each other without like even like, you know, you're 2 feet away from each other, you have to scream. So she taps him on the shoulder. He looks up and he's like, what? And then she points at me, and then he sees me, and he gives me this look like, what? What are you doing here? And then he comes around, and he's like, what are you doing here? I was just like, what are you doing here? You're the one who's married to mom. Like, I have nothing to fucking lose here. And he's like, all right, don't tell anybody. So, oops.
You kind of just told everybody.
It's whatever. You know, like, it's really not like I really hammer home the fact that like a strip club is not a big deal. Like, women are fucking stupid when it comes to like men going to strip clubs. Like, if you really think that that's considered cheating or something, like, go fuck yourself. You're crazy. It's not. It's the strippers. They're like we said, they're objects. They're just like
an occupation.
It's live porn.
Is it cheating if you go to Subway and you get a sandwich made for you by another woman?
No. Is that an over the line? That's an over the line.
All right.
I mean, I'm calling women objects, but you're the one who's assuming that they all make sandwiches. I'm the one who's saying that they all belong in the kitchen.
I don't know which is worse. They're both pretty bad.
Well, the strippers are strippers, man. Women who work at Subway are doing it to try to better themselves.
There's a sandwich artist. You know that's what they like. Their titles are sandwich artist.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! When Tom Subs opens up, forget about it. I'll tell you what art is when it comes to making sandwiches. So anyway, so he comes up to me and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "What are you doing here?" So anyway, he breaks up and then he took the lap dance, right? So he goes to the back room and the lap dances are, but like Bill, my buddy, he didn't know that was all going on. The kid who ran into him originally in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So Bill ends up finding a stripper that he likes and he goes to the back. So right when my dad goes in, Bill unknowingly goes right into the back lap dance room and ends up like the stripper puts him down in the chair. Bill looks over and he's having a lap dance right next to my father. Hey, Mr. Evie.
There's gonna be you just look over and see your friend's dad just sitting there.
Yeah. Hey. For 15-minute lap dances. Like imagine trying to get a boner for that. That's
a tough one.
I'm gonna stop it there because it's all coming out and I feel terrible about it now. It's really not that big of a deal. I was
surprised, honestly, you wanted to talk about it. I mean, it's
not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like maybe some people wouldn't want that getting out.
Yeah. Well,
it's too late.
It is what it is. Nobody listens to this podcast. By the way, how loud is the rain here?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it? Okay.
No.
Loud as fuck for me. That's why I'm asking. Okay. All right. So let's get the fuck out of there. We'll go to our second segment, which is a deal or no deal spelling bee challenge. So now Tones has 6 over the lines. This is a very important word that he has to spell. Because if he spells it wrong, then he has to do a TNT punishment challenge. And if he spells it right, then he docks one off and he'll be 2 over the lines away from a TNT punishment challenge. So, Tones, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let me get the word of the day up. All right. Your word is Perseid. Perseid.
This isn't off to a good start. Say it one more time.
Perseid.
Perseid?
Perseid.
Perseid. What's the definition?
Any of a shower of meteors appearing in August and radiating from a point in the constellation Perseus. Perseid.
Perseid. Okay. PER S IED?
No. EID. Not IED.
No.
Perseid. Oh boy. You know what? That sticks because that is an official TNT punishment challenge, even though you just did one. So we're gonna have to pick out of a hat for the next episode, figure out what you're doing. But that stinks. I'm sorry. Look upset.
I am upset, Tom. I'm upset.
There's really no easy outs in the TNT punishment.
We never really even talked about what happened after the last challenge. I mean, because we did it But like honestly, I didn't throw up.
Yeah. So for folks at home who didn't listen to the last episode, Tones had to eat 2 bananas and drink an entire 12-ounce Sprite, and it's apparently supposed to make you throw up on the spot. But Tones is a tank, and he drank 2 Sprites and like didn't throw up. And so what happened? Like you were just gassy. You also ate wings and pizza the night, like right after it for Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah, I had wings and beer and see, like I think we talked about this in the last episode. Like I only shit once a day, and it's after I get home from work. That's just the way my body's trained, right? So I couldn't shit until like 6:30 the next day when I got home. So it was all just sitting in there, just brewing, stewing, just awful pain the entire day. So that by far was worse than having, if I like drank it and threw up on the spot, that would have been fine because it would have been out of my system. I would have sucked at the moment, but this was like more than a 24-hour torture period.
Right when you didn't puke and we like logged off, I was like, he's gonna wish you puked. Yeah. He's just gonna be sitting there being a ticking time bomb.
I tried everything. I tried I after I got off, I did some jumping jacks. I spun in a circle to get myself dizzy.
Here's a fucked up question. You know, like you make yourself puke by sticking your fingers down your throat.
Yeah,
you can do that to your butt. You can get yourself to like diarrhea.
Maybe, I don't know. Like you just
try it.
Stuff something far enough up there, it just breaks it all. It's like
I'll bring over a grinder date and like we'll try it.
No, yeah, you try it. I'm not trying that shit.
I don't know. I'm shitting all over my floor.
You think I want to fucking get my drain snaked? You think
your drain snaked?
You know, you snake a drain, you go, you loosen up and you pull it out. Yeah,
I guess that's the best way to put it.
But I guess, I mean, because I even tried doing that like with the finger down the throat, and I guess it turns out I don't have a gag reflex.
Oh,
just like nothing happened. I was just as far as I could go. Wasn't puking.
You don't have a gag reflex?
You froze for a second.
You don't have a gag reflex?
I guess not. I don't know. I always thought I did, and then I was just trying to make myself throw up, and I literally just like went all the way as far as I could, and just like, I mean, it wasn't comfortable. Like I was definitely like, I guess I was gagging a little bit, but I didn't throw up.
When I have to suck dick, like I can barely get even. Like I get like halfway past the tip, and I'm terrified to puke all over the guy's lap.
You jealous?
Yeah, I kind of am. Like, I'm just, after the show, we'll talk about how that happened because that would be nice to have that non. I don't want to practice enough because I think we've talked about it. Sucking a dick is gross. It's terrible. Yeah. It's a favor. You know what it is?
It's a nice tool to have. A nice, well, at least for you, a nice
yes
skill set.
A skill set. I don't think you can have that. I wish you could trade that.
I wish I could too. I could get something back maybe. I don't know what you have.
You can have my Hawkeyes, my 2020. Yeah, I'll take the Hawkeyes. My brilliant vision, 4 eyes over there. Nerd.
Hawkeyes for no gag reflex. I think that's a fair trade.
All right. Okay. So let's move on. So our third segment is a literally. All right. I'm going to go first. Okay. Fucking someone's brains out. I fucked the brains out. Like
no,
it's graphic.
Yeah, you just
fucking your brother. Might want to talk about in his horror podcast.
It's like in Tenacious D when he's just like shredding and then the guy's head explodes.
He blows his mind with his rock. Yeah,
it's like fucking someone's brains out. Or would it be like that, or just like start oozing out of their ears and their nose?
I think it goes back to laughing your ass off. Like the ing on the verb part is crucial because if you're fucking someone's brains out, then the brains are slowly they're falling out.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
If you fuck someone's brain out, probably just like the brains just exploded out like that. What you're thinking?
Or what if you just have you think Superman could definitely fuck someone's brains out, whereas when he comes, it just shoots straight through their body and blows their brains out.
Fucking it's like a bullet. Poor Lois Lane.
What kind of condom do you think that guy has to wear?
Superman?
Like a bulletproof vest.
Superman. I don't know. Like when he's Clark Kent. Like just like banging chicks, probably a Magnum, right? When he's Superman mode, there's no time for sex. If he's Superman mode, he's saving somebody.
That's true.
But like going back to the brains part, the fucking the brains out part. Like imagine the mess and the smell. Imagine the smell.
The smell of the brains. I've never smelled a brain before, but it can't smell good.
Well, neither have I. But yeah,
it can't smell good. But it's because it's gonna be messy.
Do you think you can get charged for like murder?
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna believe that you fucked somebody's brains out? Like, no, you did something fucked up to them.
Yeah, like her brains are all over your bed. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
all
I
over your
fucked her
wall.
brains out. Like I fucked her so good, her brains just completely spilled out all over my pillows. And then like, you know, like, oof. Do you need like brains when they're all scattered like cheese doodles? Like that's what I imagine they look like.
Cheese doodles. I was thinking
Doodles.
just like little like pink sponges kind of
Oof.
hanging around. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Ugh. Yeah, but I mean, like, it's considered a compliment. Like, I mean, or like a good thing. Like, yeah, like, would you do this? Fuck this chick's brains out. Like, that's pretty fucking graphic when you stop and think about it. You know. Anyway, all right. So, what do you got?
When you like someone's like hot and they're like heating up, you say they're on fire.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, man. He's hitting real good right now. He's on fire. Like, imagine he's like actually on fire. Yeah.
Have you ever seen videos of people like on fire?
Not. I don't think I've seen like real videos. I've seen like in movies and shit, but
I've like wandered into like the dark parts of the internet to see like some shit.
yeah,
You know, just to like for
no, listen, we've all been there.
yeah. I mean, like a lot
I've
of
seen a decapitation video or two in my day.
yeah. I mean, like, you know, sometimes curiosity gets the best of you, you know, but it's, you know, burning alive. Do you think that's like number one, like worst way to go? I mean, there's probably other worse ways to go, like, because there's torture involved and stuff like that.
Right.
Like flat out natural disaster way to go. I mean, because, you know, I hate to always bring it up, like 9/11 stuff. You got people jumping off the top stories of the towers because they didn't want to suffocate and burn to death.
Yeah.
That would be the better option.
I think fire because it's not quick.
No.
It's painful. Like even just if you touch like something hot on the stove or whatever, like even that pain. Just imagine that all over your body in like times 1,000.
Yeah, just a full gulf.
Yeah, fully engulfed.
Flames. Stop. You know, like stop, drop, and roll. Did we talk about it yesterday? Like we learned, like stop, drop, and roll was something that was like instilled in our brains when we were kids. Like of all the things to really like drive home. Like I mean, how often are you on fire?
It's not very often.
I feel like I remember stop, drop, and roll most from like elementary school. Everything that I learned.
Yeah, it's the only thing you learn. Forget the alphabet. I just know if I'm ever on fire. Of course.
But like they're just like, and if you're ever on fire, stop, drop, and roll. Like I know how to get myself unfired, but
well, I guess it's like one of those things that you have to have ingrained in someone's head because when you're on fire, you're not thinking, "Oh, how do I stop this?" You're just thinking, "Holy shit, I'm on fire." And it's like if you have that.
If I'm ever on fire, I hope I'm near like a hill. Roll the fuck down it.
Yeah, that's it's tough, man. I don't know. I mean, being on fire is not ideal.
Here's a heavy one. Would you rather die being burned alive or crucified?
I probably have to go fire.
WWJD.
You think he would choose fire?
Well, I don't know. He's probably been through the crucifixion process, so he probably.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I would probably have to go fire because the crucifixion, like, even though the fire takes a while, the crucifixion takes even longer.
That takes a few days.
Yeah, and you're hanging there by your the palms of your hands.
Yeah, you die from suffocation, right? That's what they say because your body sinks and then your lungs slowly collapse. You can't breathe, and you're also in like a ton of pain. I would still go crucifixion over burning alive.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I just think so. Like be a martyr.
Yeah. For sure. And like if you're like a lot of people burn themselves alive to be martyrs too, like in today's day and age, but those people are called like crazy people. Muslims.
Watch it, Tom. We might be doing a challenge
Gandhi,
together.
Whatever. What is he? He's
Hindu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, whatever. But it's all bad. I wouldn't want either. Let's get out of here. All right. All right, so let's move to segment number 4. We have a new segment. So we have reviews of anything. So anything that you did new, you give it a review. How about that for a little marketing? That's right catchy. There?
That's catchy.
It's catchy, isn't it? Accidental. Yeah. Well, you go first. Why don't you go first?
No, you go. You got your Denny's. You got
okay.
Well, just ruin it. But.
I had Denny's. Okay. And the whole plan, I guess, why I wanted him to go first, because we have a stone cold Tom's Qualms. I'd never been to Denny's before. My first Denny's trip. I think I've told a lot of people out there that I've been to Denny's before, and I feel terrible about it. I've never been to Denny's. I've always wanted to go to Denny's, and if I have been to Denny's, I can't remember it. Like maybe there's a time I went to Denny's, but like don't remember it. I've been to Bob Evans, Cracker Barrel. I've been to Perkins. I've been to everybody, but never Denny's.
So what did you think of Denny's?
Okay, so I go to Denny's, right? I'm excited about it. Very excited about it. I sit down. Guy's like, here's your seat. Gave me a booth right in front of a TV too. Like hot start. It's nice, you know. 20 minutes go by. Nothing. Crickets. I'm like, where's anybody? I would like a coffee before I fall asleep on your table here. Right? So then finally this waitress comes over and is like, have you been helped? I'm like, no. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes watching fucking CNN on the world burn. Like, you know, and then she's like, all right, what would you like? I want a coffee and a water. Okay. So that takes 5 fucking like minutes, like long minutes, 5 long minutes. So first of all, when it comes to like diners like this, like a Perkins or like a chain or Bob Evans, whoa. Did you hear that? That was Zeus. That was. Oh shit. But anyway, so when you go to diners like this, you can immediately get yourself in the 8s out of 10 if you give me a pot of coffee. If you give me my own pot. So when I'm done, I could fill it up myself instead of having to sit there and wait for the busy ass waitress to come back and refill me again while I sit there with an empty cup. They didn't have that. All right. So she gave me my cup and my water. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. You're taking forever. Usually I like to have a cup of coffee before I put my food in.
Yeah.
Because if it all comes out at once, I'm just like, like I want to have a whole cup of coffee in me so that way I can really enjoy it. I'm all up in my happiness and ready to go and enjoy the deliciousness. So why don't you take a guess at what I ordered?
The ham and bacon omelet.
Yes, it did. Ham and bacon omelet with cheddar cheese.
And bacon.
Ham and bacon. And I got that reaction too. Now your reaction, she's like, okay. She's like, ready. She's like, ham and bacon. I'm like, yes, please, cheddar cheese as well. So it comes out. Okay, long time after, and I'm sitting there with an empty cup. Like I'm not able to refill my cup until she brings me the food. Like how pathetic is that? So like I'm already pissed. Like at Denny's. So she comes, drops it off. They had the cheddar cheese on top of the omelet. It was 2 slices of cheddar cheese, and they didn't melt it all the way. So it's just like 2 kind of like Kraft singles, like on there, semi-melted. And I'm like, oh my god, like how much more can you fuck this up? Like at this point, I'm about to just stand up on a soapbox and just be like, what are you fucking doing? Have you seen what Perkins does or Bob Evans? Like these diners that your competition are so much better than you. No wonder I've never been here. Yeah, I ate the omelet. It was delicious. Okay, it was good, but it does at this point it didn't matter how it tasted. It was already at the window. All right, and that was, I mean, that's it. I gave it like a 4.3 sticks of dynamite. Denny's.
Yeah. Dude, Denny's is so fucking bad. Denny's is garbage.
Yeah, no wonder it's always at the low quality motels. Like when you're going to like a place.
I think it's cheaper. Is it cheaper than the other places?
No, it was about the same. Like what I paid, it was like I think the whole meal total was like $13.
Because I mean, like I've gotten the Grand Slam there before, and you see the commercials, the Grand Slams. Oh, the Grand Slam!
They're advertising that heavy. Yeah,
there's nothing. The Grand Slams, like they give you 2 eggs, like 2 slices of bacon, and like some hash browns and like toast, and it's like they put it on a giant plate, and it's not a lot of food, so it just looks like shit. It's like this isn't a lot of food, like even though it's like a decent amount of food, but for what they're hyping up the Grand Slam to be, it's like this isn't like
it's like a 2-run single.
Yeah, it's like a sacrifice bunt.
I was gonna get it because it was two slices of bacon, 2 eggs, and 2 sausages, and then toast and fucking potatoes. Yeah, and it had a good price tag on it. And I was just like, "There's something about this that screams highway robbery."
Yeah, no,
I'm just gonna go with what I know.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's me. What do you got?
So I recently got like an HDMI cord to hook my laptop up to my TV. I got the adapter and everything. And I, for the first time, watched porn on my 65-inch TV.
Damn.
Yeah.
Parents out?
Yep. Everyone's out of the house. Everyone was in Florida. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy myself. And I got to say, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
No? It
was too much.
Did you go full sound?
Oh, I went to full. The sound wasn't the problem. It was just like too zoomed in. Like the girl's asshole was the size of my head.
Oh,
Like it was like it was a little overwhelming, to be honest. I
yeah.
couldn't it was just a lot to take in, because I'm used to looking at my phone,
Yeah.
or even my laptop screen, which is still like a decent size, but not 65 inches.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I
I,
definitely recommend trying it sometime, but it was a lot. It was a lot to take in.
I was this close to buying a VR with my bonus last year just for porn, but the catalogs weren't developed yet for porn.
Yeah,
So like I held back.
I funny story about that. I went to visit my one buddy. He lived in Brooklyn for a little while. It was his apartment with his roommates, and one of his roommates had like it wasn't it wasn't like a VR.
Is the one where you put your phone in?
Yeah, it's the one where you put your phone in.
Okay.
So he was like, "Yeah, like I've watched like it," because I was curious. I was like, "How's the porn?" And he was like, "It's not bad." So like he let me try it, and it was just like so weird because I was just sitting on the couch. It's like watching porn with his headset with like 2 or 3 other people around. I was like, "Oh," he's like, "No, try it out, try it out." I was like, "Okay." And I'm just like, yeah, it's okay, I guess. I don't know."
Yeah, it's just not that great of an investment. The
No,
VR.
it's not. I mean, I don't know about the ones like the actual VR headsets, like
Where you
maybe.
can like, yeah, I think we talked about it. Like, I mean, like until they have like the cameras on the porno sets where you can like actually like walk around with the VR on and just like kind of like you can go grab yourself a beer in like the fridge in the set and like then go back to like watching.
Or if it's like not a good scene, you could just like leave, walk out the door. It's like this girl.
You can play like a Grand Theft Auto and just like go walk around the town, then go back maybe.
It's not even porn; it's just a video game at this point.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's I haven't watched porn on a big screen since I was, I don't know, like 12 when I like we had computers, when I had to like stay up at like past 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, all right, I'm going to bed. Okay, see it.
You watch did you watch the Skinamax, or did you have like
Yeah, I watched Cinemax.
Okay.
I would watch lesbian porn.
Because I also had the black box. I don't know
Oh, we
if you
didn't
had
have that.
the one where you get like all the pay-per-view and shit for free.
Oh no, we didn't have that.
Yeah, so it was like some, I don't know where, I think it was only like Optimum had it, but like basically there was like people would sell these things like on the black market. Like my dad worked with some guy that sold them, and like it was like hacked kind of in a way that just it let all the pay-per-view channels through.
Your
So it was
dad, dad knew it was up.
Well, it was more so for the movies because the porn only came on like after midnight or whatever.
He knew damn well what he was doing.
But yeah, I definitely partook in that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would dabble. I think I rented a couple pornos too. My brother's busted me for it. I had one that I bought, the Lesbo Condo. I remember that one. The other one was a black porno. It was a hilarious name, but I can't remember what it was called. Like that one was, I was looking for the dudes. The Lesbo Condo, I like the same sex thing,
Yeah.
but I
You
don't
like
know.
the idea of the Lesbo porn.
The idea of it, yeah, exactly. And I don't even think I was masturbating at the time. I think I just got around to it. We talked about that too, right? Yeah, we won't get into that. That was a mess. Anyway, all right. So we go to our fifth and final segment before we hit our classic 4-pack and talking Flicks hybrid. So we have It Was All a Dream. All right. So guess who I ran into in my dream last night, Tones?
Who?
I was at a 7-Eleven. All right. I was going to buy some smokes, picked up some Gatorade. Deshaun Jackson was in line.
Really?
Bay Buccaneers. Could not have been a nicer guy.
I actually, when I went to the Giants Bucks game last year, I was standing in line behind his like baby mama.
No
and
way.
And his kid like getting into the stadium. Yeah, she's like an Instagram model kind of deal. She's pretty hot.
Yeah, I bet.
She's actually very hot.
Well, we talked for like 10 minutes because
Really?
the line was taken. There's like a fuss up front, and we were just talking, and he could not have been a better guy. It was great. I was just like, hey, like I know, like we're here in like New Jersey, but like big fan, big Bucks fan. He was like, oh no way, like it was great. And then, so the dream gets deeper. So after I met Sean Jackson, he could have been a nicer guy. So then we were getting ready to record, right? And we were getting ready to record this segment. And then I got into a dream. So I had a dream within a dream. I recognized that I was dreaming. I didn't know I was in a dream. Like then I was dreaming, but I knew like I was dreaming when I shouldn't be. So all of a sudden I walk into this thing where it's like a church, and Jason Sudeikis is there, and Zach Galifianakis is there, but they're like in like it's like a comedy skit, and they're like, and it's like funny. And I'm walking in, I'm like, what is this? What's going on? Oh, I see this. Like I'm in a dream. Like this is. It's real funny, guys. Like I'm about to record It Was All a Dream and this and that, and they just kept going and going. And then I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I see what you're doing. And then I woke up. That was it. Yeah. It was a very confusing night. I woke up at like 6:45 this morning. Like I didn't get any fucking sleep. I think it had to do with the heat too. My air conditioning isn't working too well. And I woke up and I was just like, God.
Just having like fever dreams.
Just hot. Yeah. I had a few others too, but I can't remember them. So it is what it is.
You had an inception, right?
I had an inception. Yeah. I had a dream that we were recording. And then like I was like, hey, Tones, I'm gonna like go real quick, take a snooze. And you're like, all right. And then like when I did that, I had a dream about Jason Sudeikis and Zach Galifianakis in church doing a skit. And I was in there and then I woke up. But,
so it's like you put it was all a dream segment in, and then we got to that. And you're like, wait, hold on, let me go dream real quick.
Yeah. But without the intention of going to dream, I just wanted to get some shut eye. And I dreamt. Oh, man.
That's
all
crazy.
right. So with that, let's hit it. Kane and guy who says the Talking Flicks thing. All right. So we had movie reviews. So Tones had to watch Through the Never, and I had to watch Budapest, Grand Budapest Hotel.
Yeah.
So you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I thought when you first when I first got this, because I don't know if I was on YouTube. I like looked it up, and it looked like it was just an entire concert. So I thought you just gave me like a video of their concert, which I was
Metallica concert.
Yeah, Metallica concert. I was gonna be really pissed if you gave me that. Just make me sit down and watch an entire concert, which you did. It wasn't.
I did. Yeah, that was.
But there was other stuff in there. There was a story that didn't make much sense. They sent this like teenage kid to go get like a duffel bag in the middle of the city somewhere, but then like it was a riot and there was like fires and everyone was chasing them down. That part was confusing. It was cool just like seeing the anarchy. It reminded me of the Purge kind of.
Yeah.
Before the Purge happened. So that was kind of confusing, but I mean the concert was pretty cool. I'm not.
How'd they sound? How's Screaming Death?
I mean, they sounded great. It sounded great. I'm just not a fan of sitting there and like watching an entire concert. Like I'll go to a concert.
Yeah.
Like that's on my bucket list. Like I want to go.
You want to go? October 25th. They're playing in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Okay.
Thursday night.
Let's do it. Oh, Thursday.
Oh, you have months in advance to take off for it.
Yeah, we'll talk off air. But yeah, I don't want to sit there and like watch it on TV or like on my computer. Like I don't know. I'd rather be there. Kind of.
That's why I did it as a joke.
But no, I mean it was cool.
But yeah, with the plot of the kid getting the duffel bag, like you remember the end when he opens it up. Like, what did you think? Like, what was in there?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, what could have been that important to send this poor kid out in the middle of the Purge to go get this duffel bag? Was it money?
I'll tell you what
drugs?
It was.
Was it love?
It was the spirit. It was the spirit of Cliff Burton, who was the bassist of Metallica before he died in a tragic bus accident in 1986.
Okay.
And that's why they closed it with Orion, that song where they just jam out.
Yeah.
That was like his song. And like him opening up the bag was the spirit of Cliff Burton. And that's why I played that song.
Okay. I'll be honest. I didn't watch all the way through the credits. Like I saw them playing. I didn't like watch all the way through. So I don't know. Maybe I missed that. Did they opened the bag and you saw that or?
Yeah. Like you open it up and it's just like a big glowing light.
Okay, I didn't see that, so that's on me. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Now the bassist was it Rob Trujillo?
Rob Trujillo.
Trujillo. He's got a mean crab walk.
Yeah, no.
Remember that thing he does on stage? He gets real low and he's like shredding. Just
it's pretty hilarious. Not the biggest fan of it, but like he sounds good with his bass. I just wish that he'd like change his stage performance of what he does.
No, I googled him real quick, and do you know his full name?
No.
All right, get ready, buckle in. Roberto Agustin Miguel Santiago Samuel Perez de la Santa Concepcion Trujillo Veracruz Batista.
Jesus Christ.
That's his name.
Hit a classic in there. Hit a classic soundbite in there. But yeah, that's too many names.
Yeah, way too many names. But now let me ask you. So you were just saying the original one died. Which one do you like better?
Oh, Cliff Burton.
Okay.
See, Cliff Burton was like the songs like Seek and Destroy, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Master of Puppets, and then he died.
Okay.
And like that, when they like rose up like all the way to the top, he was the reason for it. You know, For Whom the Bell Tolls, where it's like da 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 da. That's his bass. Everybody thinks that's a guitar riff. That's a bass. He plays an electric bass. Like nobody really plays that anymore.
Yeah,
but he just fucking shreds it, and like he's impossible to really copycat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was pretty much. If you ask any rock and roll bassist, they'll just be like, "There's no such thing as a bassist who hasn't heard of Cliff Burton. He's like the best."
Yeah. Okay. See, I didn't know. Like, I knew he had died. I just wasn't sure when or like how far along in the catalog when they made the switch.
You want to hear how he died? It was crazy. They were on tour, and they were on a bus in like Sweden, and the bus, I guess, like slipped and hit some ice, and the window was open that he was sleeping next to, and as it slipped over, he fell out of the window. Bang! Bus fell right on top of him, dead.
Oh shit!
Yeah, tragic bus accident. But you know, it is what it is. And there were a couple of protesters outside of the Metallica concert I was at last in Philly, saying like, "Cliff Burton, he's in hell." I walked right up to him. I was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" Got in their face. And there was this like little fat kid who was with, like, it was all like old white women, and like there's this like one little fat Mexican kid who was with him, and I was like, "Do you really buy this shit?" And he was like, "Shut the fuck up, pussy." I was just like, "What? You shut the fuck up." I was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And like, "What are you doing?" Like, I don't know. I forget what I asked him, but he answered with, "I'm going to get fucking pussy tonight. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing?" I was just like, "Isn't this like a Catholic protest that you're doing? You're going to get pussy after this?" Like, what are you kidding me? You don't make any sense. Don't you realize that? You brainwashed, stupid piece of shit.
Like, that's like in Always Sunny when Dennis joins the abortion protesters.
Yeah, she tests him. Pregnant. Oh, you got to get an abortion. Yeah. All right. So I had Grand Budapest Hotel. I watched it today.
Oh wait, I got to rate.
Sorry, that's right.
So I'm gonna go with 6.2 Sticks of Dynamite.
Nice.
The only thing I think I was telling you before was, for some reason, the volume of the movie was so low, which doesn't make any sense because it's a Metallica movie. I think they'd want to pump that shit out. So I had my TV up to like 70, 75 when normally I don't go above 30. So that's a little knock.
Yeah.
It's a little oversight on their end. And also, I just want to say that the director's name, his first name was Nimrod. I thought that was kind of funny. I don't know. It's like, hey, Nimrod.
All right. So I had Grand Budapest Hotel. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
It was good. It was really good. So it had my man Ralph Fiennes in it.
Yeah.
Who is the owner of the hotel, but like it's him in the past, and the older guy who's him from the future is telling a writer about how he got the hotel. Brilliant story. And you told me to watch for the cinematography. I liked it. It was kind of, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like a cartoon, like I don't know, like a children's book put into like film,
like a pop-up, right?
Yeah, like a pop-up. Exactly.
Yeah, it's all of his movies are like that. If you watch them, like there's always like the characters are always in the center of the shot, and they're always kind of framed by something, by some kind of like colorful background. They're just always like, I don't know, it's like every or even like a play.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, exactly. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, his movies could easily be translated into a play.
I also like how he keeps all the same guys for all of his movies.
Yeah.
You can kind of like, once one of them comes up, like right when like Owen Wilson came up, I was just like, all right, so Bill Murray's got to be next. Like, you know, Adrian Brody was there. I was just like, okay, like all of his movies keep the same guys. It's like the Farrelly brothers with Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Like they have two main characters, and then they have like all the side characters are always the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then but it was really good. I liked it. It was I'm trying to think here. So I just couldn't get how like they didn't see how the painting wasn't just, it was in the will, like it was just in ink, and I just couldn't believe like that was a problem the entire time.
Because well, I think what it was the fact that it, you know, was written like a day before she died, and the fact that like they didn't find it until like after she died. And you know, Adrian Brody, the son, it was like the old lady's son, he was a dick, and he like didn't want to give up. Yeah, he was. Another thing I liked is like how all the characters just have like their own natural accents.
Yeah,
like they're in the middle of Europe, and there's like some people
Americans.
Yeah, like Adrian Brody, who just kept calling Ralph Fiennes like candy ass.
Who was Willem Dafoe in this whole situation, by the way?
He just worked for the family, I think. He was like,
okay, that's what I thought.
Like his henchman.
He was like, yeah, just like the henchman. He like throws the cat, like Jeff Goldblum's cat out the window. Did he just throw my cat out the window?
I burst out laughing when he just like standing there petting the cat, just chucks it.
There's a lot of quick humor in it. It was also really fascinating, and it had like kind of, I mean, like it's one of those movies where it starts out in the like where it is, present day, and it goes through a whole trip of how they got to that point, and it kind of depressing, but then like as you got to it, you just already knew that because it's him regaling his entire life,
right?
But I liked it. I like the directing style. I like the cinematography. I like the acting. I'm gonna give it a 6.96 Dynamite.
Okay.
All right.
It's a little quirky movie,
Yeah, it's quirky. I mean, it was quirky as fuck.
I
liked it.
Movies are like that. Wes Anderson.
Because I've seen Royal Tenenbaums. I've seen.
I'm not a fan of that one for some reason. I've tried watching it like 3 or 4 times, and I just can't. Like, I just don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, Tenenbaums is. I haven't seen it in a while. That's one of my buddy's like favorite movies. My buddy Bill.
Yeah,
we were talking about before with the strip club thing, but it's maybe we gotta go back and watch that together. Maybe we'll do like a classic like we did with the Let There Be Rock and What's Good.
Yeah,
What's the same movie? But
mutual.
Yeah, but we have new movie assignments. So what am I watching, Tones?
I'm gonna give you Old Boy. Remember we were talking about it last episode?
Yes,
where they lock the guy away.
And he sits there and just trains to be like a beast.
Yeah. I'll leave it up to you whether you want to watch the American or the Korean one.
Okay. I'll talk to Dante because Dante's seen both.
Okay.
And he texted me separately after listening to that episode, and I trusted his judgment with film. So
I personally I like the Korean one better.
Okay.
Not to say the American one was pretty good too, but the Korean is definitely more gory, more like intense. But yeah. So yeah, Old Boy.
Okay. So I was gonna give you Lady Bird, which is a personal favorite, and it's been I was gonna give it to you, and everybody's been telling me to give it to you because now it's free since I got on HBO. But I just found out before the show that you have never seen Friday Night Lights, and me, I was just in Texas, so I guess all the jokes that I just made went over your head about me going to the corner store and asking all the kids if they're gonna win state, like it didn't land. So you have to watch Friday Night Lights.
All right, I'll watch Friday Night Lights. There's a TV show, right? I think I tried watching the TV.
The TV show is great, but the movie is like tenfold better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I tried watching the TV show once, and I got like a couple episodes in, and I got distracted or whatever. I don't know, but
it's like 8 seasons. That's why it's hard to like invest yourself in.
It was a big commitment, but okay.
The movie is so good, though. Yeah, you'll love it.
It's Billy Bob Thornton, right?
Yeah, just Texas football. It's incredible. You'll love it. And people are probably gonna be pissed that you've never seen that before too. But anyway, all right. So we move into our 4-pack of questions segment part of this. I don't know, part of the show. We have a little like twist on things how we're gonna do these 4 questions here. So it's called Settlement Edition. So we're gonna settle movies. All right, we're gonna do like 1v1, and we're gonna have to pick a side. So the first one, Braveheart versus Patriot.
I'm going. No, I was kind of breaking this down in my head. I'm going to go Patriot.
You're an asshole.
But these movies are very, very similar if you look at them from a broad.
That's why they're fighting.
Yeah, they're fighting for freedom, really. But maybe
on the head.
Maybe because I've seen the Patriot more, and it's fighting for America's freedom. It's more interesting to me. But like Braveheart, like for me, there's like a big part in the middle where it's just like kind of really slow. And I just can't.
You can't soak in the landscape.
I tried. Like, listen, it's a good movie, but I gotta go with Patriot. And I've definitely seen it more like growing up. Like you used to watch Braveheart all the time, right?
Braveheart's the greatest movie I've ever seen.
I know. Yes, I've heard this. So, but like, not to say the Patriot's my favorite movie ever, but I definitely watch it a lot more. So I know more about it, and just I don't know. The subject matter is more interesting to me.
You want to do a finish the quote real quick for the Patriot?
Okay.
All right. Aim small,
miss small.
There you go. Nice. Ding ding ding.
Yeah, and it's got. I mean, Heath Ledger's in it. Who's the other guy? The bad guy we talked about.
Oh yeah, General Cornwallis, the guy from.
Well, him too, but the other guy, the captain of the Green Dragoons.
He's Nancel. I don't know his name as an actor, but he's a total prick in that movie, and I wish him death in real life for his role in that movie.
He was one of the actors that we said was like always a bad guy. I forgot his name. He was Malfoy's dad in Harry Potter.
That prick. Yeah.
He's just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I'm going Patriot. You're going
I'm
Braveheart.
going Braveheart. Like I don't think I have to say anything. It's my number one favorite movie of all time.
Okay. Are you going to defend why you like it better over Patriot, or are you just going to
I
that's
will
it? End of
say I
story.
think it's better because the music. I'm a huge fan of the music that's in the background by James Horner. The first time I saw that, I don't want to get into it. It's very gay, and and like it's just something about that movie that brings me back to a time that I really enjoyed, and it's my movie. That's it. It goes top 5. It goes Braveheart, Titanic, then it goes I forget what 3 was. 3 was tough. Room is in there, and then
I've never seen that.
oh, you haven't seen Room?
No,
Oh man, Room is like some.
that's not the one with Tommy Wiseau, is it?
No, that's The Room. Room is where like woman gets kidnapped by this dude and like for like 8 years, and she gets raped every day, and she ends up having a kid, and like all he knows is like the shed that they live in.
Oh, did this come out like a year or two ago?
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
good.
I know what you're talking. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's very good. Moneyball's in there. Yeah, but I don't know. I used to have my top 5 like completely ready to rattle off. I don't know why I just had a brain fart there, but I don't want to get into that. That's a totally different fucking
Yeah.
thing. So let's get into our next settlement. Miracle versus Remember the Titans.
Gotta go. Remember the Titans.
Ooh, all right.
You know, it's just a hockey versus football. I'm a bigger football fan. I like Denzel.
Whoa. I'm a huge. I mean, I've tenfold football over hockey too.
Right.
Well, I guess I kind of spoiled my answer, but keep going.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I just again, that's a movie that I've definitely seen more. Like Miracle, I saw it when it first came out. I saw it a handful of times since then. But like, Remember the Titans, I've seen that movie, you know, 2 dozen times. Like I love that movie. You know, it's a classic.
There's so much to it. There's history. I mean, like there's big important history, 60s before the civil rights movement, racist Virginia, you know. Virginia was like awful, and it's still pretty awful to this day. Like as a guy who has to go to Virginia a lot, like it's like not that great.
It's a whole different world down in that part of the country. I mean, you just see the way that some of these people think. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, they're dumb. Yeah, it's all the only way to put it.
Is that so much dumb as ignorant?
Ignorant, yeah, but ignorance is bliss, and bliss is dumb, right?
yeah. So I guess ignorance.
They're just dumb. Yeah, the dumb people. But yeah, it's Titans is an unbelievable movie. I love it, and there's so much to learn from it. But Miracle, I mean, it was so close, but right when Eruzione puts the puck in the net, like it's it for me. Like right when Rizzo scores, Eruzione, like, I leap up in my chair and just scream. Like I can't believe it. And like that was like at a time of Cold War, Russia's gonna take over the world, this and that. And we beat them in hockey with our fucking college kids and just shut them the fuck up. And Russia was never to be heard from since almost like from 1980 to 89, communism completely shut down. And they like went on their own way, trying their best at being a republic or a democracy, whatever the fuck they're doing over there. But it was ever since that moment that Eruzione scored a goal, Russia fell. They collapsed.
Yeah, no, and I get that, and it's a great story. But the way I look at it is, you know, Miracle is us fighting against an outside foe, whereas Remember the Titans is us trying to heal from within.
Yeah, fighting the South,
fighting our inner demons to make ourselves better.
Yes,
because you know it kind of to go back to your John Candy quote from last episode or from a couple episodes ago. You know, if you're not good enough with that gold medal, then you're not going to be enough without it.
Opposite. If you're not good enough without it, you'll never be good enough with it.
Okay, so there you go. So see, like without Remember the Titans, without us mending those racial bonds, or at least attempting to, that gold medal means nothing if we're just all racist assholes.
Yeah.
Then it's like almost like the bad guys won at that point. Dare I say?
No, yeah, it's imagine being so insecure you hate people because of what they look like skin wise. Like not even giving a guy a chance because he's black. It's like you have to be some sort of insensitive, stupid piece of shit. Yeah, and that went on forever.
Yeah, it's still going on in a lot of parts of the country. I mean,
mainly the South.
Yeah, no, definitely mainly the
and
South.
Boston.
In Boston. Yeah, it's just wild. I mean, you know what it is it's people that don't know like black people, like white people that have never seen a black person, and like they've only heard like, oh, they just like rob stores and mug you and shit. And it's like you see one, it's like, oh,
The one bone I will have to pick about black people in Baltimore, they stink at crossing the street. They're terrible at it. So bad.
Even
they don't give a
Philly,
shit.
it used to be
It's
like
green
that.
and like I'm about to go. They're just like walk and take 20 seconds to cross the street. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Try to drive here.
Even in Philly, it was like that, and they would just like look at you and like give you a look, like, yeah, that's right, you wait for me.
I was like, go fuck yourself. Like, you know, like I don't give a shit if you're black or white. Cross the fucking street, you piece of shit. You know. But like Baltimore, it's unbelievable how slow people cross the street. But anyway, all right. So we move to our third part of the 4-pack. So it's Mighty Ducks versus The Sandlot.
So yeah, again, I'm gonna go Sandlot. Not to take anything away from Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks is a great movie. But Sandlot's just like Sandlot's everything. Man. I don't know. It's there's so much to it. It's not only a sports movie. It's a movie about friends. It's a movie about childhood. It's a movie about a simpler time.
Yeah,
a better time. Yeah, I mean, Mighty Ducks is cool, but I mean, now we see what happened to Goldberg.
Yeah.
So he got busted for meth a while ago, and he looked real bad in that mugshot he had.
No,
like, he looked like he was at least 60, and he's what, like 38, 39 or something.
38 going on 70.
Yeah. Rough look for Goldberg, but
when you were a kid, did you like play like when you got home from school and you ran to go hang out with your friends? Like when you were real young, did you like go play like some baseball?
No, see, I didn't really live close enough to anybody. So like where all my friends were, like I had to be driven.
Oh, that's
for the
sad.
most part. So it was tough, but
and you don't know how to ride a bike.
Exactly. But I had my little brother that was just whipping wiffle ball, so that was nice.
There you go.
My dad used to play wiffle ball with my dad and stuff. We used to play in my driveway, and like the way my driveway was shaped, like my house is right where like the left field would be, so that was the Green Monster.
Gotcha.
So we had to hit over the house to hit a home run.
So hit one over there was just like that'll do it for you.
Yeah,
that's like getting your nut off when you're like 9. Yes, sir.
Flexing all around in the bases.
Like all my best friend lived like right down like in my backyard, basically. Like I just had to like sprint down, and he had like a fence with ivy on it, and like it was probably like 100 to 150 feet from home plate to where the fence was, and we played tennis ball, baseball until darkness for I don't know 8-9 years. I still to this day have the record for most home runs hit in one day. 14.
Oh yeah, 14
home runs in one day. Yep,
it's impressive.
I know. I know. So we both agree on Sandlot.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, that was a filler of a fucking question. And then the final one to wrap up the show, Godfather versus Goodfellas.
You gotta go Goodfellas. Honestly, Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time.
Goodfellas is so much better. And I think it's because if you were, you know, our dad's age, I think they'd say Godfather is way better.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, at the time there's never really had been anything like that, like mob related, like that in depth on mob stuff. So yeah, if you had watched that first, and it's kind of like the whole nostalgia thing, you know, like I'm sure if you go back and watch some movies that we saw from when we were younger, if you watch them now for the first time, you'd be like, this movie sucks. Like with Star Wars, like I'm sure if you watch Star Wars for the first time now,
I have it. I hated it.
Yeah, exactly. But like I watched it when I was younger, and I watched it a lot when I was younger. So that nostalgia kind of helps reinforce that for me. So I think it's the same thing with The Godfather. It's just kind of a generational gap. Not to say it's not a great movie. It is a great movie.
It is, but like I don't know, the way that like Goodfellas is just framed with like you just see Robert De Niro's like descent into complete madness and like paranoia and drugs.
It's more, like more raw.
Yeah, like how like they really just get into the cocaine and drugs aspect of things, and like how it just makes you a complete paranoid like psycho. Like that part was really good.
That's what they say. Ruin the mob was drugs.
Yeah, like that's why, like, you know, who was the big fat guy who he ratted out at the end? Tony, like, was it Tony?
Paulie the Don?
Paulie, yeah.
Yeah.
When he like slaps him in the backyard and he's like cooking sausages, like, you're not gonna work with Robert De Niro anymore, are you? Like, no more, like, whatever that. And then like he ends up going just to that deep path of coke and ends up doing exactly what he told him not to do, and he rats him out. I mean, that movie was so good.
Yeah.
I'd even put Casino right up there with fucking Godfather.
I love Casino. I just don't think it's as well done as Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably still put that over Godfather too.
I'm a huge Pesci guy. That's why I love Casino.
I love Pesci.
Like Pesci is from where I'm from. I've met him several times. When I was a kid, I met him at a member guest at a golf tournament. My dad was in a cart, and I was sitting there at the halfway house in a golf cart, and he sat right next to me in my golf cart, and he just like started talking to me, and it was right after Meet the Parents came out.
Okay.
And he just like looked at me and he gave me the like I'm watching you
thing.
Are you
talking about De Niro or are you talking about Pesci?
Joe Pesci.
De Niro was in Meet the Parents.
Yeah, I know, but Pesci still loved Meet the Parents.
Okay.
He just like I guess was a big fan of the movie. Yeah. And Pesci kept giving me the like I'm watching you thing that De Niro does in that movie. And he was just being like cute and all like the parents are laughing. And I was like, holy shit, it's fucking what's his name from Home Alone? Like,
Marv.
Yeah, it's Marv and Harry and Marv. Yeah, it's Harry. Yeah. And then he got into his cart and then he started driving down the cart path and then he turned around and gave it to me again. I'm watching you, and then drove off. I met him at that point. He's completely bald and everything. He was couldn't have been a cooler guy to a 9-year-old or however old I was. But anyway, that was the show. So hope you enjoyed it. Tones, you got any post-show thoughts?
No, I just wanted to thank Frank the Tank for coming out. Despite the technical difficulties.
Apologies. We got a Tones Bones about Google Chrome. Yeah. All the other internet browsers that don't support Google Hangouts for Frank the Tank. But yeah. But thanks, Frank, for coming on. You're welcome on anytime, of course. And for that fact, anybody's welcome on this show. But thanks for listening. Go kick ass this week. And we will talk to you soon. Have a good one, Bomb Squad.